Hello and welcome you crazy people, my name is Jay and in this video we're going to talk about in the upcoming expansion of the Elder Scrolls Online, you can have companions. What does this mean for MMOs going forward, if anything, and we'll have a look at what else is actually in the update. So let's have a look at the update first. As I said, there's a new expansion coming. It's Gates of Oblivion. Obviously if you played Oblivion, you'll know maybe about Oblivion. Now it's not actually, it's like a prequel to the Oblivion game. I think it's like 800 years before, coming in June 8th apparently. Oh, I think that's June 8th is what it says there. There's some interesting stuff. It's on consoles and all that kind of stuff. If you already know about it, it's just an expansion. New zone, Blackwood. By the way, there's a trailer and the trailer does look quite cool. I was like, oh, I might play this. But I've played, just for clarity, I have played Elder Scrolls before. I think I got up to maybe like level 15. So, you know, not very far. So I'm no expert in this game or anything like that. Do not get me wrong. But yeah, new zone, new, it says fiendish storyline with the Gates of Oblivion, the new companion system, and a new trial, some new world events, new delves. These are all single. Well, some of them are single player, some of those are actually groups. So updates and quality of life. That's pretty much the main thing. Here you can see all the details or what have you. But really, I want to talk about the companion system now. Here we go. Gather the new allies. Now, I did read an article about, I can't remember on what website, but it was talking about how there's no romantic companions yet. These are characters that you're going to be able to acquire or befriend. I guess there's two companions, I think, at the start. And they're going to have their own stories and stuff like that, as it says there. And they're going to fight alongside you. You can level them up and stuff like that. All in all, it's a cool idea for a system, right? That's what the expansion is going to be. If you're interested in Elder Scrolls Online, you're going to buy it. You're going to be excited about it. It's cool and all that kind of stuff. But if you are not, I do like a companion system in an MMO game. Now, I do think in the past, I think Guild Wars 1 did something like that with mercenaries. Can I think of any other example where you've been able to like level up a companion? No, but that doesn't mean to say it doesn't exist. So I'm not saying it's like completely new, but like I wasn't interested in Elder Scrolls Online for whatever reason. Maybe I couldn't gel with the combat or whatever, who knows. But this system doesn't entice me. If anything, it puts me off, because it comes down to like, why are you playing a multiplayer game versus a single player game? This feels like a single player feature. It's, Skyrim has it. It's not new to the Elder Scrolls universe, but obviously it's new to the MMO. So as a concept, it's fine, but I do sort of feel like it probably primarily belongs in single player games. Like, I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe you disagree with me. Yes, it's going to make some of the content easier to like solo, which I guess is fine, because you can take these into dungeons and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, like as I said, for me, I play multiplayer and especially MMO games for that social element, the fact that there's other players there. Now, that's not to say I don't think there's any room for single player content. Quite the opposite. If anything, I think games like Crowfall perhaps has a little bit too much of a missing aspect in the single player stuff that you can sort of do on your own. It really doesn't, there's not much there, and I think that's to the detriment of the game. But on the other hand, I don't necessarily think you should be able to do everything with just on yourself. No, that's not, you can't PvP with them. It's not going to be available in PvP. You can't do the 12-man trials with them. So they're obviously trying to find a balance there. I just sort of feel like it's I don't know, it feels weird. The fact that everybody's going to have the same companions as well. Are you going to see everybody running around? Is it going to be like a pet where everybody runs around with them? Or are you only going to see them? I don't know how it's going to work necessarily, obviously. But yeah, it's an open question. I don't have the answer. At what point are you playing a game because of its multiplayer aspect versus its story and stuff like that? Now, that's the thing. Like, you want your MMO should have a good story. It should feel like a good game. But when you start adding things that sort of take away its multiplayer-ness a little bit, not that this is going to do too much. I'm not saying this is going to be a radical change. You can't play it solo again. It's all NPCs running around. I don't think it's going to be anything like that, obviously. But it's an open-ended question. I don't really have the answer. I don't really know how I feel. I won't necessarily be trying it out either. So I'll be canvassing opinions online from people when it comes out and when they play it, but we're not going to find out for like 6 months because it's not out for 6 months. But yeah, do you understand? Like, does everybody, am I completely trying out my backside? Everybody just like, great feature, which other games had this? Or are you like, you know, it's a social game. If you want to play a single player game, you can play Skyrim, but then Skyrim doesn't have the depth and it does have the depth, but you know what I mean? It's just Skyrim, whereas Elder Scrolls is all the zones, and you do have that community interaction at times, and you've got the dungeons and playing with players and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know. Open-ended question. It's just one thing that I was interested in. As I said, I don't really have the answer. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with it in the summer, because I sort of suspect that TBC, the Burning Crusade Classic, will probably drown out this expansion for like the majority of public consciousness, but we will see. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't have much to say. Have a most beautiful day. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.